Hello. Have you ever heard the phrase, healthy things grow? Well, that's really true when it comes to gardening. Um, all the expert gardeners out there, you'll know, I'm not an expert, but I know a little bit. You got to prepare the soil. You got to know what you're going to plant because you want the right pH level in the soil, the right acidity. You want it, is it a sandy loft or do you want a more dense soil? You need to know the kind of soils to what you want to produce. You need to know how well watered you need to make your garden. Does it need to be a garden that holds the water or a garden that drains water away? Certain plants want more water, other plants want less. You need to know if it's got to be in direct sunlight all day long, part of the day, or in shade all day long. You need to know if the plants you want to grow are spring and fall cooler weather plants, or are they the plants that enjoy the heat of the dead of summer. All of those conditions, if they're right, you will get an abundant harvest and a crop that's just full of what you want, whether it's flowers that you've planted or greenery or vegetables. John chapter 15, Jesus is talking to his disciples, and he says this in the first 8 verses. I am the vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because you have, because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me, and I will remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain or abide in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you abide in me. I am the vine, and you are the branches. If a man remains in me and I in him, he will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If anyone does not remain in me, he is like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up and thrown into the fire and burned. If you remain or abide in me, and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be given to you. This is to the Father's glory, that you may bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. So here we get this picture that Jesus paints of God cultivating his vineyard so that it's going to produce. And he wants a healthy vine so he can get lots of fruit out of that healthy vine at harvest time. So he prunes the branches so that they will produce better fruit. Now, if this window behind me was open, or the blinds were up, you could see out the window there, right on my neighbor's property is a bunch of trees and grapevines that are all growing intertwined together. And I've never tasted them myself, but my neighbors told me that they're not too tasty at all. And that vine, from all that the time we've been here, it's never been pruned. It has been growing wild for years with other trees all around it, growing up and on trees, and it's just, maybe it was a very healthy vine at one time, but it's never been cultivated, it's never been pruned. See, healthy things grow, but so do unhealthy things. The coronavirus is a perfect example of that. Cancer is another example of that. Going back to gardening, weeds are a great example of that. Crabgrass. None of these things are desirable, but they grow as well. May I ask you, when the Father prunes you as one of his branches that's connected to his Son, the vine, is it to get rid of bad growth, or is it to cultivate good growth? Ask yourself, what kind of fruit do you want to produce? good, healthy fruit or sour, unhealthy, weedy fruit. The purpose of pruning is to rid the vine of unproductive branches so that the healthy soil, the healthy water, the healthy sunlight, all of the conditions that are just primed to make things grow well will be effective and produce good fruit. Healthy things grow. Weeds and grapes. Take time to consider, what fruit are you producing in your life? Ask God to help you see what is being produced out of what He is putting into your life. Hey, may God bless you. See you on Sunday.